Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the loss of a loved one and wondered how to navigate life alone afterward? In today's video, we're diving deep into the emotional journey of coping with the loss of a spouse and the challenges that come with it. We'll share personal stories and valuable insights on how to rebuild your life, manage your emotions, and find a new sense of purpose in your later years. Stick around until the end to discover crucial advice on handling grief, maintaining independence, and making wise decisions about your future. This video will not only provide you with practical steps to live a fulfilling life after loss, but also inspire you with real-life experiences that demonstrate how to turn adversity into a new beginning. Don't miss out on these transformative insights that could make all the difference in your journey. If you haven't yet subscribed, I highly recommend doing so and activating the notification bell to ensure you never miss a video. Your support means a lot to me as we continue to grow our community and reach more people with our content. If you enjoy the topic of this video, please leave a comment with the number 1. If it's not quite your cup of tea, drop a 0 in the comments. Your feedback is crucial in helping me create content that better serves you. Let's get started. Life's journey is a wondrous yet unpredictable odyssey, a tapestry where the threads of fate intertwine to create patterns we often cannot foresee. In this grand voyage, we find ourselves traveling alongside those we hold dear, but the duration of their companionship is never guaranteed. Mizaki Hao eloquently compared life to a train ride, where each person we love can only join us for a segment of the trip. When they must disembark, we are invited to cherish the shared moments rather than dwell on the departure. The true essence of gratitude is found in recognizing the beauty of the time spent together. And if someone is fortunate enough to remain with you for the entire journey, the depth of your thankfulness should be immeasurable. The presence of a partner, whether in the bloom of youth or the serenity of old age, is indeed a profound blessing. Yet, not all loves are destined to endure through the entirety of life's seasons. Life's unpredictability means that illness, misfortune, or unforeseen calamities can snatch away our beloved companions long before we might have hoped. When a spouse departs from this earthly realm, the home that once echoed with laughter and love can become an empty shell, a space that feels hollow and bereft of its former vibrancy. It is as if the very foundation of life has been shaken, leaving an emotional void that can be overwhelming. Despite the deep sadness and the ache of loss, the passage of time remains relentless and indifferent. The departed cannot return to fill the void they have left behind. In the face of such loss, it becomes imperative to seek healing while continuing to embrace life with resilience and grace. Navigating this journey requires strength, and to assist those who find themselves in this heart-wrenching situation, 3 seasoned individuals offer their wisdom. They share invaluable advice for those in middle age or later years, suggesting that there are 3 essential actions to avoid to live a dignified and fulfilling life, despite the absence of a beloved partner. By adhering to these guidelines, individuals can find solace and maintain a life filled with comfort and joy, even in the aftermath of profound loss. These insights serve as a beacon of hope and practical guidance, helping individuals to move forward with purpose and grace. Embracing this wisdom allows one to honor the memory of a loved one, while still embracing the beauty of life's journey, ensuring that the later years can be lived with a sense of peace and fulfillment. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. 1. Refuse to immerse yourself in excessive grief for too long. In the labyrinth of life, the departure of a partner, someone who has shared the essence of your existence, the highs and lows, the ordinary and extraordinary, can leave a chasm that seems insurmountable. The void left by their absence is not merely an emotional space, but a profound silence that echoes through every corner of your being. Even when surrounded by family or friends, the unique presence of your beloved remains irreplaceable. 67-year-old Miss Lee poignantly reflected on her experience when my husband passed away at 64. I felt as though my world had crumbled. I was engulfed by a grief so profound that I moved through each day as if in a trance, devoid of purpose or joy. Nights were the hardest sleepless hours spent in a state of mourning, tears flowing freely. The once shared bed, now empty, became a constant reminder of my loss, amplifying the solitude I felt. But when I looked at our old photographs, capturing moments of unbridled happiness, I felt a stirring within. I knew my husband would not have wanted me to languish in sorrow. Despite the tears, he would never return. I realized that my duty was to live, to honor his memory by finding my path forward. Miss Lee's journey led her to an essential realization. While the separation brought by death is an irreplaceable sorrow, the deceased have moved beyond our reach, and life must go on for those who remain. The past, filled with beautiful memories and joyous moments, must be cherished but not allowed to dominate the present or hinder future hopes. Embracing this perspective requires a delicate balance, one that honors the past, while embracing the present and future. When navigating the profound grief of losing a spouse, the first step is to maintain calm and composure. This initial stage involves not just accepting the loss, but also actively caring for oneself. Prioritize your health, nurture your mental clarity, and resist the urge to let grief consume you entirely. Slowly but steadily, adjust your mindset to regain confidence and resilience. Engage in the simple, everyday activities that bring solace and joy. Savor meals when you're hungry, rest deeply when you're tired, and take walks in the park or around your neighborhood. These actions may seem small, but they are crucial steps in reestablishing a sense of normalcy. Independence is vital during this time. Rely on your inner strength rather than seeking constant support from others. Discover the beauty of solitude, not as a burden but as an opportunity for introspection and self-growth. Like sipping a fine-aged wine, relish the moments of quiet reflection, allowing them to deepen your appreciation for life's nuances. When feelings of loneliness arise, reach out to friends, engage in heartfelt conversations, and find joy in these connections. Embrace solitude with elegance, transforming it into a space where you can nurture your spiritual well-being and personal growth. By integrating these practices into your life, you create a pathway to navigate the later years with a sense of fulfillment and serenity. Grief, while a natural and necessary process, should not overshadow the potential for continued happiness and purpose. In honoring your lost loved one through your strength and resilience, you ensure that their memory lives on in a way that enriches your life rather than diminishes it. 2. Refuse to over-rely on children for the rest of your life. As we age and face the profound loss of a life partner, the support of our children often becomes a focal point. Many elderly individuals envision their later years as a time of living with one of their children, believing this arrangement will provide comfort and security in retirement. However, contemporary dynamics reveal a different reality. Today's younger generations often prefer living independently, navigating their own lives and families with distinct values and expectations. These differences extend beyond mere lifestyle preferences to include divergent views on consumption and parenting. For some elderly individuals, the expectation is that children should be at their side constantly, or at the very least, offer prolonged stays. This expectation can stem from a sense of duty, a belief that children owe their parents this kind of care. Yet, it's important to remember that younger people have their own lives to lead, with pressures and challenges that may not always be visible to us. When they devote themselves entirely to caring for elderly parents, they risk neglecting their own needs and aspirations. Consider the experience of 65-year-old Mrs. Howe, who shared her journey with poignant honesty after my husband's passing. I moved in with my daughter, believing that our mutual support was a natural progression. I had dedicated my life to raising my children, and I expected that they would reciprocate by caring for me in my old age. However, the reality proved to be more complex. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Initially, I was welcomed into my daughter's home with open arms, and I found solace in the presence of my newborn grandson, whom I viewed as a symbol of my late husband's legacy. I threw myself into helping around the house and caring for my grandson. My daughter and son-in-law initially provided some financial support, but as time passed, they ceased their contributions, believing my pension should suffice. With my pension becoming insufficient for their growing family's needs, I found myself asking for help frequently. My daughter's responses became increasingly dismissive, and she occasionally provided money out of obligation rather than genuine concern. Living together inevitably led to disagreements. My desire for frugality and my views on my grandson's upbringing clashed with my daughter's more relaxed approach. The growing gap in our perspectives led to a deterioration in our relationship, with my daughter and son-in-law showing less respect and patience. When I expressed a desire to return to my own home, their relief was palpable, even as they claimed they would miss me. My presence had become a burden rather than a blessing. Returning home, I initially grappled with loneliness and a sense of purposelessness. My days seemed devoid of the busyness that once characterized my life. However, over time I began to embrace the solitude. I rediscovered my interests and passions, enrolling in calligraphy and painting classes and participating in community groups. I formed connections with like-minded individuals, and my days began to fill with a newfound sense of purpose and fulfillment. Through this journey, I came to realize that true contentment in retirement comes not from dependency on others, but from creating a life that aligns with one's values and desires. After my husband's passing, I finally found the retirement I had longed for, one of autonomy, leisure, and personal satisfaction. Mrs. Howe's story illustrates an essential lesson. While it is natural to seek support from loved ones in our later years, excessive reliance on them can strain relationships and lead to disappointment. It's vital to foster independence, seek joy in solitude, and build a fulfilling life on your terms. By doing so, you not only honor your well-being but also maintain healthier, more respectful relationships with your family. 3. Refuse to rashly find a new partner or remarry. The concept of second marriages, especially in later life, often carries a mixed reputation. While some find new love and companionship, others face unforeseen complications and challenges. As we age, our lives are shaped by decades of personal experiences, habits, and entrenched beliefs. This complexity can make blending lives with someone new particularly difficult. The quest for companionship in our later years is natural and understandable, but it's crucial to approach it with caution and a clear understanding of what a new relationship might entail. Consider the poignant experience of 62-year-old Mrs. Fong, who offers valuable insights into the realities of seeking a new partner after a significant loss. My journey began with the profound sorrow of losing my first husband when I was just 53. After his passing, I grappled with deep grief and sought solace in new endeavors, enrolling in a dance and poetry class. It was there that I met Mr. Liu, whose initial gestures of kindness, helping me with an ankle injury and caring for me during my recovery, seemed like the beginning of a promising new chapter. Despite this, I felt an undercurrent of doubt and rushed into a second marriage, convinced that Mr. Liu was the right person for me. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment on number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Initially, our relationship appeared to be a balm for my loneliness, and I was eager to rebuild a life filled with shared experiences. However, the reality of merging our lives, shaped by years of independent habits and differing expectations, began to strain our relationship. The issues began subtly. For instance, Mr. Liu's discontent with my decision to travel with friends led to arguments about household responsibilities. His resentment over my absence was a red flag that I chose to overlook. Our conflicts, often rooted in misaligned expectations and unspoken grievances, intensified over time. The situation deteriorated further when Mr. Liu's adult son's divorce brought his grandson into our home. My efforts to integrate the child into our lives, coupled with Mr. Liu's lack of support, created a turbulent environment. Mr. Lou's insistence that I should be more tolerant and my growing disillusionment with the marriage led to a realization that this union, which I had hoped would bring comfort and companionship, had instead become a source of stress and disappointment. After a year, the decision to end the marriage was made, and I returned to living alone. While the initial sense of freedom was bittersweet, it gradually became a period of self-discovery and renewal. I came to appreciate the autonomy that came with solitude, finding fulfillment in activities that I had previously set aside. My pension provided for my needs, and I embraced the opportunity to engage in hobbies, make new friends, and savor a life on my terms. The experience taught me that the essence of a fulfilling life does not necessarily hinge on the presence of a partner, but rather on one's ability to find joy and contentment independently. Reflecting on my journey, I urge others in similar situations to approach new relationships with careful consideration. Avoid the impulse to fill the void left by a deceased spouse, or to seek comfort in a new partner without fully understanding the potential challenges. Take time to assess your needs and desires, and ensure that any new relationship aligns with your values and expectations. Embrace the freedom and independence that come with a single life, and explore new opportunities for personal growth and happiness. Remember, the path to a fulfilling life after loss involves embracing self-reliance, nurturing personal interests, and finding joy in your own company. While the prospect of companionship is appealing, it is essential to balance your desire for a new relationship with a realistic understanding of its complexities. Cherish the life you have, remain open to new experiences, and approach the future with a spirit of gratitude and optimism. By doing so, you can create a life that is rich, rewarding, and uniquely your own, filled with purpose and satisfaction. As we come to the end of this journey together, I hope these insights have offered you valuable reflections on handling life's most profound challenges. We've explored the importance of not letting grief dominate our lives, the need to maintain our independence without over-relying on our children, and the cautious approach required when considering new relationships later in life. I'd love to hear from you. What have you learned from this discussion? Is there one lesson or piece of advice that resonates with you and that you plan to incorporate into your own life? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue to bring you meaningful content. Thank you for joining us, and take care.